I'm going to speak to you about a few things, what's happening in our industry, concerns like weather events, claims and premiums. Everyone's probably watched, listened or read the news about La Nina. This is the third year in a row that we're having it, and it's pretty unusual actually. Due to La Nina, the weather event we had in February, it's been the costliest claims natural disaster we've had in Australia's history, over $6 billion. And it's still climbing. At the moment, just ourselves, we've still got 40, 50 claims on the go. So for a small company, that's quite a lot. And look, we're constantly talking to insurers every day. I've got one client at the moment, and he's got a contract for one insurer. He's stripping out 1,000 homes just in northern New South Wales. So you can imagine how much disaster it is down there. Look, in our industry, we work closely with the Bureau of Meteorology. Now, look, they're not very good day to day, but long-term forecasts, they're pretty spot on. 8 months before we had the last event, we were told that this was going to happen, and well, it did. So, some of the major concerns for us are obviously, it doesn't just affect the construction industry and stuff like that, but also, your motor vehicle and your transport industry. To buy a car now or to get parts, it's like 12 months to come through. We've had a few clients at trucks and cars that have flooded, and it's taken a year or 6 months to get new vehicles or transport back on the road, so it does affect them quite severely. Smash repairs, we've had a client with their car over 8 months in the repair shop, and this is like, I'm talking about a Holden Ute. They can't get a part in Australia, so it's not just luxury cars. In the construction industry, well, obviously lack of tradesmen, materials, insurance turnaround times have just extremely slow. They're trying, obviously, but it's just been so many claims have been come through. It's just been phenomenal. Some of the factors. Look, if you're here for my talk last March, I spoke about the collapses of a lot of the larger, construction companies like your ProBuild, your Condev, and that has huge effects on your subbies because they bring them down as well. Like for $100,000, $200,000. So it's very hard for small subbies, especially when we need them so much from now. Also, in the last, materials. Like, who would have thought that majority of our engineered wood comes from the Ukraine? So, like your trusses and stuff like that. So that's another reason why you don't see, such a big delay in materials. Reduced competition. Well, the last year we've had 4 insurers get out of the business, home and contents and car insurance. They just could not make any money, so they just said, no, we're on it, we're out. You also find a lot of the direct market now for Queensland and northern New South Wales, they're not offering flood. So that's a bit of concern as well too. Just a tip, look, if you have flood cover, please don't take it out of your policy, because what the Bureau of Meteorology says, it'll probably will happen. Just to give you an example, we had a client in northern New South Wales. We begged them not to take it out, and they did. So it cost them $300,000. So, in regards to claims, look, insurers are slow. They're overwhelmed in numbers. To get assessors now, like it's 3 to 6 months to get an assessor to a property. As well, they've been understaffed. For example, for insurers, people say, oh, why don't they hire more staff? Well, one of the insurers probably 2 months ago hired 60 people. They trained them all up. They started on the Monday. By the time it came to Friday, there was only 5 left. So you can imagine what it's like. So we're dealing with people at the moment in Manila, India, because they just can't get the staff. So that's one of our pretty concern. In regards to premiums, well, unfortunately, premiums aren't going to go down anytime shortly. When it comes to catastrophes, like insurers will cover up to a certain amount of limit, but they reinsure after that. And they actually have to pay premiums to reinsurers to cover the costs for, obviously, for whatever on top that's happened in these catastrophes. Also, due to the cost of materials and labour, you know, just like the banks, insurers pass it on to the consumer. Like, any questions at the moment?
Is there one preferred company? Do you find one company doing better than others?
No, mate. They're pretty much all the same at the moment. So.
And then with the car, for example, you're saying taking a long time for parts. You really need car hire in your insurance policy?
You do, but the trouble is, some of these parts, they can't get into Australia. So it might be 6 months before they get the part actually into Australia.
So if you had a car hire in your policy?
You can. Your car hire will only cover up to 14 days.
Oh, okay.
That's the maximum they'll cover up for you. Unfortunate.
Obviously with the material and all that increases, and
Yep.
you guys are insuring, and everything that's being repaired is way over the cost
Yeah.
what it would have been. So
Well,
you've got to be taking a hit with that.
at the moment, it is. And another thing is too is that because insurers have got these builders, they're paying over the odds to get these other small tradies over to actually help. So that brings up the costs again. So they can actually get some of these things done. Another concern for us too is some of the insurers just can't get builders. So what they're doing is they're cash settling clients, and their clients are coming back. Clients coming, oh great, I've got 20, 30 grand here. I'm going to go on an overseas trip. Then 8 months down the track, we have another weather event. So.
Because the forecast is bad, isn't it?
Yeah, the forecast. The last one we were told, probably May last year, that we're going to get a lot of rain. And this year they pretty much said the same. Said spring, summer, especially summer, we're going to get huge. Look, I feel sorry for the people in northern New South Wales, like Lismore and stuff like that, because they will cop it again for sure.
And they've all been through COVID. I mean, your industry, that industry is just mind-boggling in regard to how busy these insurance companies and why it's expensive. That's with COVID and business, and then you get the floods and all that. It's just ginormous, and it's not going to go away because doesn't go away until
It's not.
of buildings and everything else. Unbelievable.
Yeah. It's like a one huge storm. That's what it's. Oh, look, I've been in the industry for 30 years. Showing my age now, and this has been the last year and a bit's probably been the most.
If I can just quickly say, I know in the personal insurance at the moment, the amount of people on stress leave and that all the insurance companies in my industry is losing money as well.
Yeah. It's phenomenal. A lot of these insurers now have psychologists and that going through them to help staff and stuff like that. So it's hard. It's difficult because it's so widespread. It's you've got in Sydney, you've got Queensland, northern New South Wales. It's the way it is. So
if you wanted to check out Craig with your own insurance, whatever it is, just check with him. He might be able to put you onto a better deal because some people don't know their insurance. It doesn't matter whether it's car, house, professional indemnity or whatever. It's worth running past an expert who's done it for many, many, many years. Because I know quite a few friends have done that with Craig and saved them a lot of money on professional insurance and also what they're actually covered for as well. Because that's important. Because most time we don't know at all. All right, thanks, Craig.
thank you. Cheers.
People have got any other questions? One more question for Craig. Otherwise, you're gone.
Craig.
Yep.
A question on the lighter side.
Yep.
So with all the rain and stuff like that, my tomatoes really hate. So
They're supposed to like tomatoes. No, they're supposed to like rain.
If you grow tomato plants, actually grow tomatoes.
Yeah, I've got no other questions. So.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, my tomato plants hate the rain, so my insurance instead. So.
No, unfortunately, no.
Unless you go commercial, you go
Yeah, that's